Hey everyone, welcome to the vlog. I'm actually starting it quite late. It's almost 6 o'clock. Well, it's 5:30. I'm making dinner. I'm making French chicken. I'm a little late to the party today, just as in like it's late in the day to be making dinner for us. However, let me make sure it's cold. It's been so hot. It's been too hot to stand at the stove, but I really wanted a really good meal. So I'm going to make French chicken and potatoes. I can share the recipe if you want it. I really like it. I like a lot of French cooking. So we are going to have that, and then I'm going to make a Saskatoon berry pie with the Saskatoons we picked while we were camping. So this is a bit of a cook with me, I guess, and chat. I'm just making a condensed chicken soup. It's so easy to just make because it'll thicken my sauce at the end. It's just made with melted butter and some flour, a little bit of chicken stock, but I use veggie broth, like veggie bouillon. I use this. Better than bouillon. I just use the veggie one because if I'm going to do a chicken stock, I explained a little bit in my last one, if I'm going to make something that has meat in it, I want it to come from a good source, so I'll make my own. So when it comes to bouillon and stuff like that, I'll just use the veggie one because it's delicious. So we'll season this with some fresh herbs and salt and pepper, and then we'll set this aside and I'll add it back to my dish after. So simple. I'm just cooking down the flour a little bit right now. Oh, and a little bit of milk goes into here. You can use almond milk super easily, as long as it's unsweetened. I'll probably just be using a little bit of coffee cream today because that's what I have on hand. I forgot to get my milk from Spud. My Spud delivery is coming any minute. And I forgot to order milk. I knew I was forgetting something. What a dough moment. Silly me. I get milk from like grass-fed cows. It's like Jersey milk for my coffee and sometimes a little bit for cooking. And I get it from Spud, but I made this big Spud order and totally forgot to put milk in it. Silly. Okay, so now I like to turn this down so the butter mixture is kind of turning a little bit of a golden. I'm putting some chicken herb mix in it because I really like this. I feel like it's got a lot of good bits in it. That's probably a little much, but oh well. And then I'll use fresh stuff from the garden. Maybe I'll put a little bit of rosemary in this, but I'll use the fresh herbs mostly for the actual dish. Kenzie went out and got me some herbs because she's a sweetheart. Okay, we'll do about 2 tablespoons of this. And then I have half a cup of stock and I'll pop that in. Slowly, so. That just gets set aside and it looks like this thick gloopy stuff. Sorry, that's our neighbor's really loud car. And now I'll get started on the actual dish. Next, I'm going to heat my pot. I use a pot because I used like a pan last time and it just wasn't deep enough. You can pull it off, but it's kind of risky. So I'm using a pot this time just to make it easier on myself. Because eventually I'll transfer everything into a dish like this and pop it in the oven. Sorry, that's like things blowing. The wind is actually blowing and I want to leave the windows open because it's so hot. So I'm going to brown the chicken, set it aside, and it'll get added back later into the oven. As you can hear, I've got the chicken boiling away, but that was my Spud box. So I took a check to make sure nothing is super cold. And I'll show you what we got. So right now I'm just going to put what's cold in there, which would be, I'm going to pork chops. Those are frozen, so I'm going to put those in the fridge. Okay, so now I remember why I used the pan before. Because this pot sticks a little bit bad. Just a little bit. Okay, so while that cooks, I'm going to chop the onion. Here's a trick. If onions make you cry, you can put them in the freezer for a couple minutes before you cook with them. Or you can cut them under cold water, but I don't know really how one would do that. I switched them to my pan. I'm so used to cooking with these, like, what are they? Like, not porcelain pans, but they're like naturally non-stick pans that don't have the gross stuff on the Teflon. They're like non-Teflon non-stick pans. Anyway, I forgot that my pot was absolutely useless when it came to cooking chicken. So just go with my big pan method. I need to go buy myself a nice big pot that's like this. Okay, so normally that doesn't take so long because normally I'm smart and I bake it I fry it in the actual pan that it's meant to be. So now, I took the chicken off and it'll sit there. It's not finished cooking. It'll finish cooking later, but it's browned on all sides. And now I'll add the onions and in a minute the garlic into the pan, adding no more oil or anything. So let this do it. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me now, and now we can chat. I thought I was going to chat with you, so I'm just going to add the garlic because the onions have been on for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. This is the, it smells delicious, what are you cooking starter pack. Onions and garlic in butter or oil. Every time. So, while we chat, I'm going to chop some potatoes. And we can have a little talk. So, can you even see me? Probably not. So, I hope you can hear me. I'm sure you can hear me. I'm just having the potatoes. So, what I wanted to chat about, an interesting turn of events, and I wanted to share with you guys just in case it goes somewhere, because if it does go somewhere, I would like to have the entire process documented on here. So, you guys know we're no longer looking for a house. We postponed our move. I filmed a video about that. We talked about it. You guys, if you haven't seen that, I highly suggest going to watch that so you're in the loop on all the information. And we had every intention of not, like that is kind of the plan, right? Fast forward to yesterday, and I saw this house pop up, and it's in our favorite neighborhood. And more than that, it touches fences with my best friend. And it's kind of perfect because this is the neighborhood we want to build in later. Or buy in, whichever we decide to do. And so I was like, honestly, this house is probably gone. I'm late to the show. It's probably not going to happen. Like, I'm probably too late. These houses get snatched up quick. But I figured, what the heck? Let's just message them and see what they say. And so I did. And now the house is still available. And we have a showing on Sunday. So today is Friday. We have a showing on Sunday to go see this house. Now, are we prepared to move? No. Is it a shock? Yes. Could it possibly be perfect divine timing? Absolutely. So, I just wanted to let you guys know that that is what's happening. So we have a house showing to go see this place on Sunday, and we're very excited, and she seems to like us, so that's always a good sign. Hold on. Okay, break from talking. So what I've done is I've poured in 1 cup of water, which will be stock, because this is where you would put in white wine. I'm not cooking with wine tonight. Sometimes I do. Tonight I am not. So this is just a little bit of stock, and I'm actually going to add more because I have to add more liquid. So you would just add the wine and let it simmer for a little bit, and then you go back to this bad boy. Also, my oven is heated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You go back to the condensed soup you made earlier, and you pour that in, along with half a cup of water. Just pouring from this jug, so it's easier, so I don't have to keep going behind the camera. And you just gently mix that in, and it will start to get creamy and lovely. And I didn't put any salt in my stock, so I'm just going to add a pinch now. Maybe a little bit of pepper, because I want to. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of stock. So that'll be water and some more bouillon for me. There, bouillon is done. So 1 cup of stock. I've got my wine in there, my half cup of water. Now we're gonna do mustard. You would normally do like Dijon mustard. Don't have any Dijon mustard today, so I'm just using French's mustard. It works the same. So it's 1/4 cup. My family doesn't like that much, so I probably do maybe like a tablespoon or 2. I eyeball it, because whatever. 2 teaspoons of sugar. That get all happy. Okay, now we can talk again. So, I guess it's very interesting. I don't know what's going to happen with it. I really like it. I know where it is. I know what it looks like. I really enjoy the pictures. So we're going to go see it, and we're going to make sure that, you know, they're okay with the fact that we have dogs and all of that fun stuff. Because not everybody is. We'll see. That's probably the biggest factor, honestly. Will they be okay with the fact that we have dogs? Our dogs are senior, and they have issues that make them kind of nice dogs because they don't have teeth, and Carly barely has nails, so it makes it a nicer, it makes them good candidates for houses. Candidates, I said like candidates and candidates at the same time. I like to whisk it in a little bit if it's not combining the exact way I want, just to make sure it's fully blended. So it's kind of crazy because, like you guys knew, we were not planning on moving until next spring, and now all of a sudden we might be moving. Like, if this goes through, we'd be moving in a month, like less than a month, which is insane. And I think I can pull it off. I think we can pull it off. I mean, but like, I think I can get my ducks in a row and get homeschool and my business and everything all transferred over and moved. I think I can do it. So I guess we'll be finding out. It's very interesting. We'll see what happens. So I'm just adding some rosemary, thyme, and oregano from the garden. So I'm going to keep you updated because after you see this vlog, you'll see the next one on Monday. So I'll have an update for you. I don't know what it will be. It'll either be absolutely not because they said no dogs or whatever, we didn't like the house or something. Or it'll be like, hey, this went really well and we signed papers and we're moving. Or maybe something in between. I'm not sure. It was so random and sudden and not even, like, I wasn't looking. I was just like, I messaged Cody and was like, should I shoot them a message? Like, what's the harm? Like, we're not ready to move. Like, we're kind of, and it'd be crazy. But, like, whatever. What's the harm, right? We can decide not to if we don't want to, or... And now here we are. This is where it gets crowded, in the pot. Whoop, dog potato. It's not food, dogs. Well, it is, but you won't like it when it's not cooked. I don't know how I feel, honestly. It's so crazy that I'm not letting myself get excited because I have no idea. I don't want to get my hopes up for them just to be like, no, we don't like your dogs or whatever. They know we have dogs and they're cool with it because they like us so far. So we'll see. It's just an interesting update. I thought I would let you know because if this is our new house, then I want to document the beginning stages of us moving, and I always kick myself for not documenting or talking about this part of like beginning stages of things. It's like when you're pregnant, it's like taking the pregnancy test and you film it, or it's like you're not, like, no, I'm not pregnant, so I'm just not gonna film. No way. And then you are pregnant, you miss being able to document it. It's a weird reference, but you know what I mean? Like, this is like the pregnancy test of the house hunting process. So, I suppose we will see. Aren't these little baby carrots great from the farmer's market? So lovely. I love these fresh little summer carrots. They're my favorite. I think I'm going to put some celery in this today as well, because celery is nice. Now I've poured it in. The potatoes and carrots are not cooked. Put the chicken back.
Yo, we a cooking show now?
Yeah, I do cooking segments, Cody. And
oh, that's so cute. I should watch the vlog.
Oh my god. I just told him, like, don't come in talking and being all like, bleh, I'm Cody. And here he is.
But seriously though, bleh, I'm Cody. Excuse me, honey.
Anyway, I'm going to cover this and put it in the oven at 400 for 30 minutes, and then you uncover it for about 20 minutes
but
until
I'm
it cooks
hungry
through.
now.
It's going to be an hour.
Oh god.
Dude, it's hot out, man. I had to wait to cook until it was cooler. Watch out. Hot.
Cool, so if we have an hour, I have to run out.
Okay, now that dinner is in the oven, let's unpack the spud box. So, again, I forgot milk. I'm beating myself up for it. I saw that they had a live basil plant. It's like small leaf basil. So I bought one of these because you can't really buy basil in the stores anymore. It's really hard to buy plants now. They're kind of just not in season anymore. So I'm gonna put this in the window and plant that and let it become our beautiful kitchen basil. Because it was only like $4, so it's great. A pint of blueberries for the pie because I didn't get enough Saskatoon berries, so I just want to put some blueberries in there too because it's actually just a really yummy pie to do blueberry Saskatoon. So I got some blueberries. So I got the seasonal fruit, box as well, which comes with a whole bunch of just blue seasonal fruit. So bananas, grapes, plums, a couple of oranges, another orange, apples. I think we have like 3 gala and 3 pink ladies, I do believe. And then I bought onions, some garlic, potatoes, and then you You guys saw I pulled out the pork chops when this box first arrived. And then I got 4 of those Italian things I showed you in the gardening vlog where I was like gardening and cooking. Oh, noisy vehicles always pass. So I got this one, which looks nice. This one, a leek and potato and rice soup, so that should be interesting. And another risotto. So I thought I would do one of the risottos with the pork and some broccoli or something on the side. Cody, I'm sure, will come up with some fun recipe to try for the pork, and we'll have that for Sunday dinner probably. Yeah, pretty happy with the little spread. Now I'm like, milk is missing. I love our spud delivery so much. It's so nice to be at the end of the week and just know I have a grocery box coming. I love it. It means one less grocery store to go to, right? As always, if Spud delivers in your area or you have Spud where you live, you're welcome to use the code RAINBOW for your first order of $60 or more to get $20 off. I'm not sponsored by Spud or anything, but I just have an affiliate link. So if you use the link, you get money off, and then I get like a credit to my account. So it's like you can go get your own link as well. Once you order, like you can have a friends or family link. You know what I'm talking about? Those like friends or family codes. I just have one with Spud that's customized. So that's cool. Dinner should be about 20 more minutes. And then we should be eating. And I was going to bake pie today, but I'm no longer going to bake pie today because it's almost 7:30. We're eating so late. And we haven't eaten yet, obviously. But Cody brought home dessert by accident, which kind of works out because it's so hot and late in the day that I'm like, maybe pie will be tomorrow. Because I just don't know if I can run the oven for that much longer during the day. It's hot. So we're going to have what Cody brought home for dessert. And I'm going to make pie tomorrow. And that will be just as lovely then. But then because I've been cooking for so long, I won't have to be in front of the stove or have the oven on all night. Here we are, pulled out of the oven. French chicken.
It looks really